Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Alexander Pineda, call sign Warwolf from Virginia Beach, Virginia. On behalf of the United States Navy, we are proud to present the 2023 Virtual Rhino Demonstration. The demo flight profile highlights the mobility, versatility, and power of the most lethal carrier-based fighter aircraft in the world, the F-18 Super Hornet, nicknamed the Rhino. The aircraft performing today is the F model, the two-seat variant of the Super Hornet. In today's demonstration, Lowell Brown, call sign Vapor from Cleveland, Ohio, and his weapons systems officer, Rayvon Smith, call sign Fuzz, also from Cleveland, Ohio, will employ the F-18 to the edge of its operating envelope. On takeoff, watch as Vapor selects maximum afterburner and rolls the aircraft 360 degrees while retracting the landing gear and flaps, immediately followed by a half Cuban eight. Vapor, you are cleared for takeoff. Show demonstration. The aircrew are now setting up to perform the high-speed pass at airspeeds approaching Mach 1.0, or just under 750 miles per hour. You may notice some white vapor coming off the aircraft, indicating that it is approaching the speed of sound. Vapor will demonstrate the raw power of the two twin General Electric GEF 414 Tech 400 engines and maximum afterburner. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, the Super Hornet high-speed pass.
Just watch me now. Just watch me now. You won't believe your eyes. Just watch me now. Just watch me now. I got something for you. Need more for you.
Vapor and Fuzz are now setting up to perform the minimum radius turn to the tail stand. Vapor will select max afterburner and set a 90-degree angle of bank and sustain 7.5 Gs for 360 degrees of turn. After the minimum radius turn, watch as Vapor sets a maximum performance pull into the vertical, followed by an immediate negative G pushover to level flight. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. It's from the left, the Super Hornet, minimum radius turn. Vapor and Fuzz will now give you an outstanding look of the Super Hornet in its carrier landing configuration. Pay special attention to the tail hook of the aircraft. The hook, as it is known by naval aviators, is what enables the 47,000-pound aircraft to stop in a few hundred feet within the landing area aboard a U.S. Navy aircraft carrier. Ladies and gentlemen, from the right, the Super Hornet carrier configuration pass. The Super Hornet will now show you its unique ability to turn on a dime and give you 9 cents change. Watch as Vapor and Fuzz approach from the left and rapidly execute a 90-40 degree turn, showcasing the Super Hornet's agility. Few other aircraft in the world can match this maneuverability. Ladies and gentlemen, from your left, the Super Hornet Pitch Rate Demo. The aircrew are now setting up for the inverted Whisper Pass. Vapor will approach show center at 500 feet, reduce the throttles to idle, and then roll the aircraft inverted. It takes a lot of concentration to fly the aircraft upside down while hanging from the straps of your harness. Take note of how quiet the aircraft is as it passes before you at nearly 500 miles per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, from your right, the Super Hornet Inverted Whisper Pass. The aircrew are now setting up for the High Alpha Pass. This maneuver will showcase the incredible slow speed handling characteristics of the Super Hornet. Few other aircraft in the world would ever attempt a maneuver at such a slow speed and at a high angle of attack. However, thanks to the Super Hornet's 2 digital flight control computers, the aircraft is able to remain in complete control while flying less than 120 miles per hour. In some dogfights, the ability to fly slowly is more important than being able to fly fast. This allows the Super Hornet to get behind another aircraft to employ its weapon. Ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras ready as Vapor is now setting up for the photo pass. The aircraft will pass show center at a 90-degree angle of bank at 200 feet and at 700 miles per hour. Ladies and gentlemen, get those cameras on. From the right, the Super Hornet Photo Pass. The demonstration you have witnessed today is a tribute act to the active duty, retired, and reserve sailors of the United States Navy. Our real-world counterparts, the aircrew who displayed the Super Hornet to millions of spectators around the United States each year, are highly trained flight instructors who teach the capabilities of the F-18 Super Hornet to new pilots of Fleet Readiness Squadron, VFA 106, the Gladiators, home base at Naval Air Station, Oceana, in sunny Virginia Beach, Virginia. The Super Hornet is currently behind the crowd, making the rejoin with the Corsair for today's Tailhook Legacy Flight demonstration. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of Naval Air Forces is proud to present today's Tailhook Legacy Flight demonstration. For over 110 years, naval aviation has not only been at the tip of the spear defending our nation, it has also been at the forefront of technological advances that have made our country great. From the courageous pilots who prove that aircraft can take off and land on ships at sea, to the naval air crews who are taking the fight to the enemy today, a long legacy of excellence and perseverance precedes them. What you are about to witness is dedicated to keeping naval aviation's ties to its proud legacy alive and well. Tailhook Legacy flights pair warbirds from our Navy's past with a high-tech weapon system known as the F-18 Super Hornet. With these unique and dynamic formation flight demonstrations, we aim to inspire the best and brightest of the next generation of young Americans to join the ranks of naval aviation. Get your cameras ready as the Corsair and Super Hornet approach in section formation. The Corsair, piloted by Speaker, is the lead aircraft, and the Super Hornet is flying in the wing position. From your right, we present to you the 2023 U.S. Navy Tailhook Legacy Flight. In its early years, naval air power played second fiddle to the great dreadnought of the high seas, the battleship. Scouting for enemy ships was the limit of the new aircraft's mission, and during World War II and the battles of the Coral Sea and Midway, projecting power from aircraft carriers shaped the future of naval warfare. Through the inspired heroism of a handful of naval aviators, two of the most decisive sea battles were won. By the end of that conflict, the aircraft carrier and her air wing had replaced the battleship as the dominant weapon of naval warfare. Through the hard work and dedication of private individuals and nonprofits, many of these glorious warbirds are still flying today. The pilots and maintainers play a critical role in keeping the history of naval aviation actively flying for all to see. During the Airshow season, several different warbirds participate in Tailhook Legacy flights, and some are the only examples of their type in the world today. The Super Hornet is the Navy's premier multi-role air dominance fighter, capable of protecting the fleet in any threat it may face. The missions of the Rhino include air superiority, fighter escort, suppression of enemy air defenses, all-weather day or night precision strike, tactical reconnaissance, and aerial refueling. The Rhino projects our military's might and is a key reason that you can sleep soundly knowing the U.S. Navy truly owns the night. Add its ability to take off and land from the aircraft carrier with a fearsome variety of weapons in any conditions are its hallmark, and it is expected to remain in service until at least 2035.
Couldn't stay, so I had a dream that I just hide away. I've been on my own for a minute. Is it only me out there, searching for the place to begin it? Is it me? Is it you? Is it fear?
Ladies and gentlemen, get your cameras ready as the Rhino and Corsair charge Show Center to conclude today's Legacy Flight demonstration.
No one seems to think that I fit in. But I don't wanna be like them. No, 'cause I don't wanna be like them. 'Cause I know that I had a dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's Tailhook Legacy Flight demonstration. We hope you've enjoyed this unique display of over 110 years of naval aviation history.
I had a dream that I just fly away, away, oh.
This Super Hornet is once again approaching from the left for the final maneuver, the carrier brake to land. Vapor will select maximum afterburner and perform an aggressive pitch out to enter the landing pattern. As Vapor rounds out for landing, he will run through the final checks to ensure an on-speed approach to a precise touchdown within the landing zone. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the virtual Rhino Demo Team, we thank you for coming out to today's event, your patriotism, and most of all, your support. Fly Navy, go Navy, beat Army!
Welcome back on the stage here in Payerne. Yes, Exolat left me for a minute because he has to go see someone very important that we're gonna have in only a few minutes here for an interview. Of course, I'm talking about Nick Gray. Tell me, guys, in the chat, what did you think about this demonstration? I think the Rhino virtual demonstration Navy team